Hey guys, I just wanted to chat for a second. So, I've been watching the Netflix series called You, and I'm the type of person I like psychological type of shows or movies. That's just my thing. And anyways, the show was going well, but they threw a wrench in it because they added a ton of vaccine propaganda in the show. And what they did was the two psychos, this is a married couple, they have issues. Yeah, they're pretty much psychos. But somehow when it comes to those shots, they're very upright, moral people, right? So what happens is that their baby, who's probably maybe a year old or something, gets sick. They take the baby to the hospital. And they have this really serious hospital scene, acting like the parents never heard of. I don't even think I can say this on YouTube. The name of this, it's the name of the infection that's mentioned on the Brady Bunch, if you catch my drift. So the parents are acting like they never heard of this before. And the doctor's like, yeah, even in this era of COVID, people, still aren't getting their shots, unbelievably. And they're like, well, what is this disease like? And she's like, oh, it's a cough, fever, and runny nose. And I just started laughing. I'm like, wow, they exposed their idiocracy right there on TV, The whole scene was really cliche. It was a cliche scene to the T. And then she's like, but in serious cases, these serious things can happen, right? Which really don't happen, really. And, well, we all know in reality that their baby in the show has probably got their shots. And they're probably having a reaction from the shots or whatever. So anyways, obviously the baby's fine. The dad gets it, the infection, for some reason. Oh, because in the show they say, he's like, I guess I didn't have my shots, because my childhood was kind of crazy. So they show that the dad caught it because he didn't have the shot. And then in another scene, the mom has a bakery. So this guy comes in the bakery and he's like, I heard about your son. I'm so sorry. And he's like, I don't really like getting my girls those shots because they're toxic. And I don't think it's right to put that in a child's body. Like, they just went for all the cliche moves here. And the mom's like, and then he's like, they kind of insinuate that his children gave their baby this infection. So the mom she knocks him out and then locks him up in this. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. So anyways, there you go, right? There you have the ones who didn't get the shot, gave it to the baby. Like, their whole narrative, like, if you don't get your shots, you're gonna kill babies and kill elderly people. It was quite sickening, actually. I couldn't believe they threw that in there. I thought that I wasn't even gonna watch the show anymore because I'm like, but that's the world for you. That's the world system. And these shots, it's like for every religion, they have their things that they believe. You know what I'm saying? And it's no different with the world system. And the shots are one of the main dogmas in this system, period. And they protect that with everything they have in them. So, what else did I want to share? Yeah, that was crazy. And I just read an article in a newspaper by a representative in Kentucky that was absolutely disgusting. She's calling out unvaxxed people, blaming them, mocking God in this article. And you know what? The other thing I was going to mention was that my other channel, Moms Against Medical Bullying, got, deleted or whatever. And actually, not really such an awful thing to be kicked off social media, because it makes me focus my attention elsewhere. So I read this article in the newspaper from this representative, and I was just like, how is a representative, someone who's supposed to be in a professional, seat, holds a professional seat for, for the public, a servant of the public, and talking like this, slandering, people who choose not to do that to their bodies? Of course, because they blame them for the spread of disease. It's like, you don't even have evidence for this. Like, this is just your belief system. So what I did was, like, when I read things like this, my thoughts get all jumbled up in my head because my emotions get all tied up and I get upset. And I just think, that's unfair. That's not right what they're saying, right? So I'm going to sit down and I'm just going to write to this woman. I'm just going to, just start writing. I don't know what to write, but I just started writing. I put in a couple of other books or references that maybe she could look into. And so that's what I did. And I sent it, It's just like, so maybe if everyone just got kicked off social media, it would help us communicate with people more directly. You know what I'm saying? Communicate face-to-face or speak directly to a representative instead of speaking to this internet, to this being on the internet, like Facebook or something like that, instead of just preaching to the choir. Oh my God, my neighbors just got a black lab puppy, and I'm like, what? I just seen it coming out. It's so cute. Oh my God. Anyways, all right, so I just wanted to share that. Yeah, it's the propaganda. I feel as if this whole past year has really made the, it just really kind of, it's like it dug in its heels into people, like, even furthermore, the whole, I don't know, maybe it did that for some, and for others, it kind of set them free from that, and it made them realize some things. I don't know. But anyways, all right, everybody, take care.